There is a ton coming our way in the Little Nightmares universe, and all of it is worth being excited about. We got the digital comic books rolling out, we got a full-blown TV show in development by the Russo brothers. Yeah, the Avengers Russo brothers. Not to mention Little Nightmares 2. So what's going up, gnomes? My name is Richard Granger with VENN TV, and today we're going to be going over why I'm excited for Little Nightmares 2. Brought to us by Little Big Planet's Tarsier Studios, Little Nightmares 2 is an upcoming suspense adventure game where you play as a boy in a paper bag known as Mono. You travel through the world corrupted by a hum that originates from the Black Tower, which weakens your protagonist and brainwashes the inhabitants of the Pale City. It is up to you and your little raincoated friend Six to find the source of this transmission and unlock the dark secrets of the world. Along the way, you're going to encounter some seriously unsavory characters who don't exactly have the best intentions for you. In the first game, these bosses would try to capture you so that they could feed you to the wealthiest people of the world, and I can't even imagine what's in store for us if they get their hands on us in Little Nightmares 2. And that brings me to the first thing that I can't wait for in this game, and that's the world and its characters. The feel of Little Nightmares 2 can really be compared to that of a distorted nightmare of a child, where they see something in real life and manipulate its features until it becomes a twisted, unrecognizable, nightmarish version of itself. The world is incredibly cold and unforgiving, and it gives you a constant feeling of discomfort. The game is sectioned out into multiple uniquely themed levels, each featuring its own monstrous antagonist that you have to face. The first one being the hunter in the wilderness, who has a real passion for taxidermy, only he's not stuffing animals, he's stuffing human beings. Armed with a flashlight and a battered shotgun, the hunter will seek you out as you avoid him and his traps, as you do everything you can to prevent becoming another trophy in his collection. Next up is the teacher from the school. She has no tolerance for any sort of misbehavior whatsoever, and has a really unique ability which allows her to keep her eyes on her children at all times. It is said that in her domain, children should be seen and not heard, and if one is heard, they will never be seen again. She has this really uncanny ability of extending her neck as far as she possibly can, kind of like the janitor did with his arms in the first game, and if she sees you, you're done. Lastly, we know about the doctor in the hospital, who is absolutely obsessed with perfection and his life work. Only his life work is playing real-life Legos with human body parts and then reanimating them so that they can wander throughout the decrepit halls of his hospital. So we definitely have our work cut out for us in Little Nightmares 2. It seems like we're gonna be dying a lot, and we're gonna have to make our way through these levels with the very little that the game offers us. But that does bring me to the next thing that I'm excited about, and that's the new mechanics. So, unlike Six from the first game, Mono has the ability to pick up weapons and take on some of the smaller enemies. These weapons will be scattered throughout the game world for you to find, not only to use in combat, but also to use to take on some environmental puzzles. But the way that Mono drags the weapon across the floor and wearing the paper bag on his head, it gives off huge medieval executioner vibes, especially when he swings it directly over his head and slams it down onto a bully's head, pretty much exploding the head all over the place. The larger enemies will still be mostly unaffected by your attacks, but I'm sure this new combat system is going to make for some incredibly tense gameplay moments and be a fresh take on the Little Nightmares experience. The second mechanic I'm really looking forward to in Little Nightmares 2 is the fact that Six is returning as your AI companion. She'll join you along your adventure and help you solve some environmental puzzles. If there's a ledge that's slightly too high for you to reach, or an obstacle that's just too heavy for you to push out of the way, you can call her over and she'll help you get to that ledge or get that obstacle out of the way. She'll actually take lead some of the times and tell you where you should be going, but also there's moments where you two will have to separate in order to progress through the game. I'm really intrigued to see how this plays out because in Little Nightmares, you were just this one character and everything around you was so big and so menacing. But now that you have essentially double the amount of power and double the amount of height, I'm curious to see what kind of new puzzles and obstacles Tarsier Studios brings our way. So that's it, we made it through another episode. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. If you had a good time, think about leaving a like and maybe subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you don't miss a single video moving forward. So let me know, what are you most excited about in Little Nightmares 2? Are you excited to experience this dark and creepy world as a new protagonist in Mono? Or are you hoping to get some answers and clarity from the first game? Let me know in the comments below and let's have a chat about it. Also, let me know what games that you're excited about and what games you would like me to cover in the future. Little Nightmares 2 will be releasing on PS4, Xbox One, PC, Switch, Stadia, PS5, Xbox Series X, all on February 11th. Again, my name's Richard Granger with VENN TV, and I'll see you guys next time on Why I'm Excited.